Hello everyone. 2 days ago, I did a first for me. Let's distract for a moment and say, golly, I need to harvest some elderberries. Look at these. It's time again. So yeah, what did I do 2 days ago? Let's take a moment and listen to the surroundings. It's quiet. Well, quiet for here anyway. What do I mean by quiet? Well, what you don't hear right now is every 10 seconds a bird going off. And that's because I made the decision on which quail to cull. Quail is a funny word because it's one of those English words that it's the same singular as plural. You can say one quail, you can say 57 quail, like Heinz. This is Pittsburgh. Or you can say two. So I culled two, and I have two remaining. I culled the two brown roosters because of specific reasons based on their behavior and specific reasons based on the hen's behavior. So we had one rooster that had pecked all of the skin off the other rooster's head, which was a very good reason to say it's time to turn this one into food. And then we had another rooster that crowed from about 3 in the morning until 11 at night nonstop. And that was the rooster that had gotten pecked in the head. And I didn't realize how much better I was going to sleep. Oh my goodness, it was good to not have all of that cha-cha-cha in my kitchen. I had also started to get a bunch of questions from the neighbors as to what that noise was. They had started to hone in on my house as the source. So, because it was constant enough that they could figure it out. And then the cincher was knowing that I was getting more eggs, combined with suddenly realizing that the hen really loves the other golden rooster. So they actually sit together and cuddle when they're out in the lawn. She'll let him sit right up against her, and he's really gentle with her. The mating is what causes head injuries usually. They can peck at each other and actually start to attack, and that may have been what happened with that one rooster. Or it may have been them mating each other and it getting too rough, and then them being fascinated by the injury and it escalating from there. Either way, it's pretty gruesome. And I didn't show it to you because it was gruesome. If you want to see images like that, subscribe to the Facebook group called Newbie Quail Lovers. N-E-W-B-I-E, Quail Lovers. It's run by My Shire Farm, which is where I got the eggs for these pretty little birds. And they are there to help people when they first start off. And I had been pretty well desensitized to realizing that this was a likely thing to have such a head injury. And had it not been for that group, I would have absolutely believed it would be a death sentence. Oh, good, we have a kitty on a door. So these are the two that are left. I'm clearly not paying near enough attention to the kitten, you see. These are the two that are left. I figured out how to clean the subflooring, because as you recall, maybe, predator-proofing this hutch involved installing a secondary floor the poop falls through the first one but gets caught in the second one. And so if I use the broom that I have that points kind of sideways, I can brush it through. I just figured that out yesterday. So the rooster, who is the one standing up tall, still has head injuries. A little bit. Well, not injuries, but head feathers missing and growing back in from living with a different male who was picking his feathers out of his head and mating him. But now his feathers are starting to grow back, and she's going to start to have fewer and fewer. We can separate her out if it gets rough at any point. I'm keeping a close eye on it. But a 1-to-1 ratio with these two, look at you sillies hopping. You don't want me in there. A 1-to-1 ratio is going well specifically because this is a gentle rooster. That's why. So, yeah, the other two are in the fridge. And these two are the keepers. We'll have pretty little gold birds. I think they're both Manchurian, but it might be a pearl and a Manchurian or a pearl and an Italian, because they aren't exactly the same color. The hen, who is still the lower down bird, the hen is possibly a pearl on the color scheme from these mixed ones. She's now higher, and you sat down. You're jumping. You don't want no come near me, huh? No come near me. So yeah, I did pretty well with it. I'm very okay with how that went, and I am encouraged to continue. I'm looking forward to trying what I created as far as like menu items. I did read that it is good to let it rest in the fridge for 48 hours before, which is why I still haven't tried it yet. But yeah, as far as like how everything tastes, I saw at least one comment saying, let us know. The eggs are really good. I do quite actually prefer them over chicken eggs a lot. But I don't know about the meats yet. We'll find out real soon, won't we, Hippie Hoppy? Use a Hippie Hoppy. Okay. Yeah. So they're just settling in together right now. I don't want to mix anything up too much. Doing well. Everything's going fine. In the future, I would recommend a wider gauge of the bottom floor, not gauge, a wider spacing of hardware cloth on the bottom flooring. Maybe 3/4 inch or something, because it catches like a trough in that bottom floor, which is not what they're standing on. They're standing on the top floor. Did you find the upper deck? You both are very silly. Please like, share, subscribe.